How's it going, everybody? Welcome into another video. I've got something very cool today. Today, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in the mountains near Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I'm at this really cool private disc golf course that I kind of stumbled upon on UDisc, and we're gonna check it out today because this place looks pretty insane, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this course has to offer. As you can see, we only have a black bear statue here, a pretty cool wood carving, but I'm hoping I don't run into actually any real bears today. It's definitely on my mind because we are tucked way up in here in the mountains. This course is called Mountain Manor Disc Golf Course, and it is basically the only course within an hour of Pigeon Forge that seemed legit. That's where I'm staying this week, so I had to come check it out. It's pretty cool. We just pulled in. There is a pro shop. It's closed today, unfortunately, but I can tell that it seems pretty well stocked. This is a pay-to-play course, but it's only 12 bucks for the day. It was like 10 or 12 bucks for the day pass, and I was glad to pay it because there's no other disc golf course in the area, and it looks like somebody's put some effort into this. So we're gonna see what this course is like today, and kind of like just explore. This should be a very interesting course. They've got a nice course sign here. Two different tee layouts, gold tees and the blue tees. They also seem to have two different baskets, A and B pins. Like I mentioned, a pretty sick little bear carving here. The tee pads and tee signs look pretty legit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring out here. Okay, so we're on the first tee here. We're on the blue tee. After some investigation, it looks like it's a 9-hole loop, but there is the 2 sets of tees, so I figured why not play them both. Like I said, you get a day pass when you pay to play here, which I love, like not doing it per round. So we're gonna play the blue tees first, the shorter ones, and then we'll play the gold tees, and we can do a little bit of comparison. But I know I've been doing kind of a lot of course review almost type content lately, but I keep ending up in interesting places, and like I couldn't pass this up. So sorry if that's not your favorite piece of content, but I think this is going to be very interesting because this is like a really, like I said, secluded, tucked away course, but it seems like they have a really cool setup. First hole here is in the A position. Hopefully all the pins are in the A, make it easy for me. 305 feet, it's dead ahead, downhill across a creek. And I will say this tee looks a lot more fun than the gold just because it's not blind. This is a 6 starting hole. This would be an insane ace. I think we're going to throw our dime here and just go straight at it. Good line. Oh my gosh, that might go in, guys. Ooh. Let's go. Okay, I hit just beyond the basket up to the right and it rolled back down. I think we're basically parked. This is a sick shot. I might need to throw a couple other ones off the tee just for fun. Oh my gosh. That last mid-range, I had to empty a few shots on this hole because it was so sick, and that last mid almost blew it up. That would have been an insane clip. Well, I'll tell you what, if this course has any more shots to offer like that one, we might have a great course because that was a blast. That was a very fun opening shot over the creek, downhill like that. Visible basket. Promising, to say the least. Also, another quick update. They have another basket in labeled 1B. So they have both pins in, which means you have even more potential layouts. 2 different tees, 2 different baskets. So that's pretty awesome. I guess we'll just play whichever basket looks sickest, and we definitely picked the right one this time. Well, great first hole and great first birdie. I also like that the baskets have the arrow telling us where the next hole is. Very nice. Need that out here. Okay, hole 2 just has 1 basket. It looks like from the blues, it's a very short 112-foot little flicker turnover ace run. I think there'll be a few holes like that on this course because it's not a massive property. And I looked at the scorecard. But the yellow looks like it would be, I mean, it's another 100 feet back there. So yellow looks like it'd be a bit more of a challenge, but we're gonna just try and get an ace today. That'd be nice. Forgot my towel. Huge mistake. Need to be more inside for the ace, but that is an easy tap in birdie. All right. Bit of a filler, kind of walk the path hole there, but hey, 2 birdies. Maybe we'll just shoot perfect today. feel like every time I say that, I bogey the next hole. Okay, our next hole is basically the same hole. I'm curious to see how many of these like filler holes there is, because like, okay, this is 2 in a row. Now I will say, this one's harder. It's very tight. They kind of kept this tight gap here, which just makes me scared because I really don't want to, if I kick left down that hill, like I'm losing that disc, or unless it makes it all the way back to one's fairway. Allegedly, there's a long basket, but I think you'd have to run into the short basket to get to it. But it is a sick ace run because like if you hit the gap, you're right on it. So we're just gonna throw our dime and try and blow it up and try not to kick down the hill. And yeah, it's only 120 feet. Only one tee pad on this hole as well. Good upshot practice though. This is a shot you gotta make. Oh, oh no. I hit a fallen branch there. I didn't throw it nearly high enough. That was a really lame shot. I'm gonna throw another one just for kicks. Oh. And that one tree just saved me from going all the way down the mountain. That's why you don't throw multiple shots. Yeah, first one, just too low. Hit a branch that was on the ground. Be a long birdie putt. The good news about a 120-foot hole is you don't throw it very far to get a putt. We're gonna have a long, like 35-foot straddle putt. These 2 holes, I really hope we're setting up for something because we are going uphill. And I'm okay with 2 meh holes if we set up for a sick downhill shot again. Oh. Was never gonna get enough power on that. If you are on the side of that hill, like you are getting a very, very sketchy lie. I hope there's not any more holes on the side of this hill. Okay guys, this is nuts. We got, so we hiked up to another level of this mountain basically, and the gold tee is even further. Gold tee's gotta be something evil. But even the blue tee, it's to the A pin, which we'll play, a 346-foot par 4, which you say to yourself, that's really short, but we are throwing down this path, and it's like 6 feet wide. And if we go down to the right, we are actually cooked. I guess you kind of almost want to fade into it and hope you trickle back down into the path. This is a tough brand of disc golf out here. I think I might have gotten pranked by hole 1, I'm not going to lie. There's like this open, sick downhill shot, and these next 3 holes are just like, don't go off the path or meet sudden death. And then to top it all, we'll probably get eaten by a black bear on hole 8. All right, well, we're just gonna try and chuck a putter down there again. Just go with our dime and just kind of figure this out. We're still moving higher and higher up the hill as well. Mountain, not a hill. Ooh, ooh, go left. I think that kicked left at the end. That line was tight, but it was a pretty good line, and I think we got a good kick because the goal right now is just not to lose a frisbee. So that was pretty good, I think. So we landed right in the middle, which is dope. I see, okay. Hey, well, we're gonna play a skip shot here because the B pin is just dead ahead. The B pin's actually a little easier, even though it's longer. I think to get to this A pin, we need to flare skip up the hill. Kind of seems difficult. We're gonna take our Predator and try and just cut it on this path and skip it. Like that. Ooh, skip. Oh, it's gonna roll. Okay, it didn't skip super high up the hill. I feel like I have a success though every time I don't roll like 200 feet back down this mountain. I'm really waiting for one of these next holes to be like, here's your reward. Now throw the craziest top of the world shot you've ever thrown. It's kind of what we need right now. I don't know how many of these ATV trail, because that's what, we are also, they do ATVs out here, it appears. So I think like where we're playing right now, they may also drive ATVs through here. Not 100% certain of that, but I do know there's ATV trails somewhere around here. And it feels like it. Okay, yeah, they kind of just like toss the A pin up here. Like the best you're really getting is kind of what I got, which is this like uphill putt at it. Not really a good pin. We'll play the B pin next time through when we play the golds, because that's just a better pin. This one, they just threw it here. Woo. That That was a good putt though. All right, we got another birdie at least. Feeling good about that. Let's see what the second half of this course has to offer, shall we? I'm just intrigued at this point. Like, are we just gonna keep working our way up this mountain? We gotta go down at some point. So stay tuned for that. If you're like, what the heck, Trevor, this course looks boring. I don't know what's gonna come next, but I know we're gonna go back down at some point. So don't miss it. Smash that like button for top of the world shot coming up soon, maybe. Well guys, we haven't made it quite yet. I hiked up another 50 feet or so. Now, this hole is a little more cleared in, which I like. Also a nice bench. But it's another just play down a path hole. That makes 2, 3, 4. That makes 4 of those in a row. 6, 7, and 8, 9 need to deliver. That's kind of what I feel right now. They need to deliver. But once again, guys, we got higher up in the sky. We have to go back downhill. I'm gonna be really disappointed if all the downhill holes are just paths. Like there's gotta be some like clearing somewhere. Or else hole 1 catfish does. Stay tuned. Never know. Stay tuned. All right, we're gonna throw another forehand slammer, and this time we're gonna try and actually get an ace. Oh, it's inside. And a little short. Don't roll. Okay. I'm just gonna throw another ace run, just for kicks. Trying to ring up some chains while I'm out here. Oh! Oh no. Guys, that hit front cage, and it got up on a roll angle, and it rolled over the lip. And if it didn't stop, then my brand new cache that I really like, that looks really awesome, could be anywhere. This is gonna be a moment of truth. I need one of those trees or limbs to have stopped that thing from rolling, or we are absolutely cooked. The good news is I do see the cache. The bad news is it is about 50 feet down the side of this hill that I'm gonna have to traverse to get it back. So there is that. They have a lot of limbs. I will give them credit. They have some logs and limbs that are like supposed to prevent the roll down the hill, but they kind of all have sunken into where they're just ramps. I think it just ramped my disc. Good thing we're shredding. All right, well, I might as well start rappelling down this hill. Guys, it was worth the wait, because hole 6, I mean, it's just another path hole. I'm just kidding. It's, yeah, we're throwing up another path. Guys, I try to be as positive as possible, but I thought, and I mean, going into this course, I didn't know what to expect, but hole 1 was so cool. And I was like, dude, this could be legendary. And we still have 3 holes after this. And if all 3 holes after this are dope, then I would say, you know what? Fine. Course is fine. It's a good course. But they may have just put tee pads and baskets on an ATV road or something. Because, like the last hole, for example, and like most of these holes are you're playing down a road and then they move the basket just off of the roads that vehicles could still access it. Like, that might be what we're dealing with. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's making me mildly sad. But hey, we're going to keep on pressing on, guys. Those of you who continue to stay in this video and wait till hole 9, you're going to be the real ones, because hole 9, we're still going up. May I remind you that we have now at this point, I should have looked at my altitude on my watch at the beginning of this round. We're at 1,700 feet. At some point, we got to make our ways down a few hundred feet. So, like, it's going to happen. Anyways, this one is at least like a legit, it's a 250 foot like flex forehand shot. So this is like a legit shot. Yeah. We're going to throw this time lapse, try to do a flex forehand thing. Or I could throw it straight into the side of the mountain. I don't know why I act like I can throw flex forehands. That was better. Still not really a flex. Oh boy. Oh boy, don't roll. I just sent another disc flying down that mountain. Why do I throw a second shot? Why do I do it? Come back. Also, guys, if you guys can hear what sounds like rain, there are acorns falling like missiles everywhere, and at some point I'm getting donked. Just get ready. There's my disc. I gotta go another 40 feet down the hill to get it. Okay. I will say, I know that they only put this course in 2023. These baskets have held up really nicely even over 2 years because they look like brand new. All right, nobody panic. We have arrived at a hole that doesn't play straight down a path. So, here we go. This hole looks good. I wish there were more holes like this. It's a short one, it's like 170 feet, but we're going downhill through a gap under a vine, which I'm not sure how long that vine's been there. It's kind of annoying, but anywho. And then the basket is kind of propped up on the hillside over there. It's a sick ace run hole. This is a good hole. Wish there were more of them. I am a little concerned that we walked a little bit downhill and we're throwing downhill. Does that mean that we trekked all that way uphill for this like pretty decent hole, but not really like revolutionary? I sure hope not. But stay tuned. I feel like we're approaching an area coming up here that looks way more cleared out and way cooler. So 7, 8, 9 might be insane. Just saying. This is a good hole. This is fine. We're gonna just blitz the forehand. It's funny, this vine that goes across the gap is like right where you would want to throw a shot, so it's pretty hilarious if you square it up. I think I'm gonna go under it with something faster. This is gonna be like my hack for how to beat this hole. Just go under it with something fast. We're gonna go Hunter Bird. Oh my. I went right past it. That was almost a sick ace. I'm gonna throw a few more. That's a fun shot. It's a very fun shot. This hole. Honey. Oh, come on! No! All right, now that I've emptied most of my bag, I'll actually go and putt out. But that, you know, when you play 5 really boring holes in a row and you get to one kind of exciting ace run shot, you have to do it. Well, I found my drive amongst all the others. Pretty easy birdie. Really wanted the ace. This whole green area is really cool. I really hope 8 and 9 are great holes, so that this course can kind of level out to like, hey, you know, first hole sick, then there's some boring stuff, then it finishes really sick, because that would be fine. If 8 and 9 are good, this course can be fine. But if 8 and 9 stink, well, you just have to smash that like button to find out. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Hole 8 is another good hole. So that's 2 in a row. Blue pad and yellow pad are the same. To the short, we're throwing through this gap. There's a Mando right. And you have to finish a little bit left, but there's an OB creek on the left. So it's actually a very good hole. The B pin is like a forehand up to the right. Also seems like a good hole. So hey, 2 good holes in a row. Hole 9 though, like I need hole 9 to be as much of a crown jewel as hole 1. And if that can happen, we can, because now like 7 was a really fun ace run. 8, this looks like this is a well-designed hole, but it's a good hole, you know, nothing crazy. We need hole 9 to be incredible. We need it to be. We're gonna throw cash and park this basket. And that I will do. Go left. Wow. Oh boy, that didn't flex out nearly as quickly as I needed it to. Not really sure why, and I went long and then maybe it kicked into the creek, so there's that. See the green here, our basket perched on the edge of the creek, and then 8's basket, or B basket up there. Not really that great of a basket. This one's definitely better. We may have gone down into this creek though. That was a crummy tee shot. I very much misjudged the distance there. All right, I know we've all been waiting for it. It's time to walk ahead and see what hole 9 has to offer. Good news, I do see sunlight ahead. I think we're going back into a clearing. Bad news is we've gone quite a bit downhill, so I just don't think we're gonna get that top of the world shot that we all wanted, which is sad. Guys, we got pranked. Final hole. To the A pin, I wouldn't even say it's good, not even remotely. It's just sitting up there 125 feet away. The B pin is at least double Mando shot, like it's at least somewhat creative, but I don't know. Just gonna throw my shot and then we'll talk through things, you know, talk through the feelings. Oh, I would have at least felt better if I would have aced that. Okay, Well, I have a lot of thoughts, and I will share them, but at the beginning of this video I said I was going to play the gold layout as well. I can tell you after seeing where all the gold tee pads are, not really that motivated to play them because they're not really that different. And on some of those bad holes, they kind of just make the bad holes worse holes. I don't know if they make, I think they make actually the good holes worse holes as well. However, my wife and kids dropped me off here in the middle of nowhere and went to the park, and they're not supposed to be back here for like another 35 minutes. And so what am I, like, I'm not just gonna sit here. So I'm going to speed run the back, or the gold layout. I probably won't really talk over it a whole lot. I'm just gonna show you the shots. Maybe something sick will happen. And then after that, I will give my final verdict on this course and what I think. If you don't care about the gold layout and you don't want to sit through this very small little speed run, just skip to my verdict at the end. Yeah. Thought this was going to be something. I'm not getting that disc. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this hole because I'm sorry. A 400-foot winding path that the entire right side, and by the right side I mean 3 feet from the middle of the fairway, because the fairway is a path, is just a giant cliff that you have to rappel down to get your disc. That's just not fun. And I don't feel I am too short on time and energy to even look for that one where I couldn't even see where that one just kicked, and I'm not about to throw 3 more down that mountain en route to the basket. We're just gonna move on, because yeah, this hole, this is like, I'll get to my verdict at the end, but this is kind of my major issue with this course is this cliff. It's a big problem. That might be gone. It's a miracle I haven't got hit by one of these acorns yet. It's pretty funny how fast they're falling. All right, y'all, I know this isn't the gold tee, but I had to come back to this hole because it was so fun the first time. A real bright spot. Here's the thing, if you're still watching this video, you're a real one. So those of you who are still watching, you're gonna get a special opportunity here. Well, maybe. I'm gonna throw 5 shots, and if I ace, I'm gonna do a special giveaway just for the people that are still watching this video. Got my 5 shots. That sucks. Nope. Oh my God, that was a waste. That doesn't count. Low. Too low. Those all stunk. I'm gonna keep going until I give it a decent run at least. Those are terrible. You guys deserve better than that. Goodness gracious. Come on, Trevor. Why can I not throw it in the air? There it is. Let's freaking go. Giveaway is on. I'll give you the details once I get this bug out of my eye. All right, there we go. Got it with the ether. So here's what I'm gonna do. Probably only my most loyal fans still watching the video at this point. So for those of you still watching, if you go to the comments and you say, nice ace with the ether, or something related to this ace with this ether, then I'll know you were made it this far in the video. And don't even mention this giveaway, just say that, so that those who didn't watch just think you're complimenting the shot, or something like that. And I'll pick one of you to get any disc from foundationdisc.com on me, and send it out to you. So That's what we're gonna do. Shout out to the ether. Got the ace. Pretty funny that none of those shots were even close, and then I just blew it up. Sick ace. That's it. Oh, come on. All right, that's tap in birdie. Let's deliver the verdict on this course. Okay, so Mountain Manor, let's talk about it. First, let's start with just a disclaimer, if you will. Anytime I do these course reviews, you know, I'm not out here to attack these disc golf properties. Important things to remember. This is somebody's private property, okay? They've decided to put this disc golf course out here, and they can set the price to whatever they want to. So there's that. Number two, when you have a pay-to-play course, it's nice to see some of that effort go into the course. There is nice tee pads, nice tee signage in general. They have a pro shop, so you can see some of this money reflected in the course. My issues with the course come with the design, but I don't really think that design was a huge part of this course. And let me explain. To me, what you have here is there was probably the ATV trails through this mountain, and I think they probably liked disc golf and decided to put a disc golf course that basically follows that lay of the land. You know, the land they have here is a mountain. It's not super easy to put in a disc golf course on a mountain. It would be very expensive and time consuming to try and make it more than what it was today. Now, my big issue with the course, I will say though, is not really the design. Yes, was it underwhelming to play all of those holes in a row that were the same? Yeah, it was, but my bigger issue is the huge drop-offs on the side of each one. Because if you miss the very tiny 10-foot wide fairways, you have a very good chance of your disc just rolling away to oblivion. They're quite dangerous, honestly, to rappel down. If you have younger kids or if you're older, like, you're probably not going to navigate it. If it was wet out here, it'd be even worse. So that's really my biggest complaint with the course, and there's nothing to be done about it, really. It just kind of is what the property is. I will also say, like, this course isn't false advertising. They have pictures on UDisc. I tend not to look at those pictures before I review a course because I like to be surprised. But, like, you're getting what you came for. The best thing this course has to offer is that in a disc golf starved area of this Pigeon Forge where you have a lot of people vacationing, like myself, if you are like needing disc golf, you need to scratch that itch. This is your closest place. I mean, you're going to drive 3 times as long to get towards like Knoxville where there's other courses. And if you're just trying to scratch the disc golf itch, like this will do it. You can go browse some discs in their nice pro shop, and you can play as many times as you want. I do like that the course fee does that. So yes, while the course itself ended up being kind of underwhelming, and I don't love the huge drop-off cliffs, like that kind of presents an issue, it's not like this course is like problematic. It's somebody's private property. They decided to put disc golf baskets out here. They put nice disc golf baskets, nice tee pads, and they have a cool little system out here. And so I always appreciate people, you know, trying to grow the sport in an area right here that there just isn't a lot of disc golf courses around. So I want to make that clear that even though the course itself, it wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped it'd be, it's still cool that it exists and that it's out here. You got to remember that. But yeah, that'll do it for Mountain Manor Disc Golf Course. It was quite an adventure, quite a hike. That is one other thing I'll mention. It's a hike. Like, that was a pretty intense hike for a 9-hole loop. I'm drenched in sweat. Now, I did hike it twice, but still. But yeah, that was it. Comment down below if you want to see any other course reviews. It might be a little while till we have another one. I'm hoping to film again while I'm out here in Tennessee. Next time I'll probably go over towards Knoxville, but we'll see. Keep an eye out next week. See you then.